Welcome, everybody, to Too Legit to Crit, a tabletop role-playing podcast hosted by two people who think procrastination is a school of magic.
I mean, it is, right?
It is. I mean, I am well-versed in the arcane art of procrastination.
I need to homebrew that.
That would be fucking awesome,
We're
wouldn't
doing
it?
that. That's official. We're
Just
doing
have
it.
a wizard be like, nah, I'll do it tomorrow.
Do it tomorrow. The longer you wait, the better the spell is.
Hey, can you, like, identify this magical item? I'll get to it later. I don't wanna.
For like an extra action, they can wake up in the middle of a nap and be like, oh, wait.
Oh, shit. And then just everything has to be done.
I love it. It's like chaos magic, but better.
Yeah, so basically he only gets one action per turn, but he has to do everything in that action.
I think
So he has to roll multiple dice.
I might finally play wizard. Like, oh, I get that. Like, the one class I don't play.
That'd be funny as fuck. I mean,
I'm seriously, we're going to homebrew. I don't know what we're going to homebrew it for, but we're going to homebrew. We're going to homebrew it for level up. Just to piss off Justin.
Yep, that sounds good. It's a shame he's not with us today, but my name's John Santana.
I'm Atlas.
And conspicuously absent is still Justin. Mm-hmm. I don't know what he's doing.
He's missing us horribly.
His secret agent life has taken him away again.
I can't. Well, I can. I can see him as a secret agent.
Can you?
Yeah, but I think that's the cover. He'd be so bad at it that he's good at it.
Yeah, I can. Okay, Mr. Justin. I don't want to call him Mr. Justin.
No, that's weird.
Mr. Steele.
Oh, there we go.
It'd be Justin Steele.
Justin Steele.
Yeah.
Time, just in time.
Yeah.
Except he's not here, so not. He's gonna give us so much shit when he gets back. It's like, what were y'all saying, man? He's not even here to defend himself.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. He'll be just happy that we're still mentioning him when he's gone. So, anyway, how have you been?
I've been great. We just did a try to remember what game we played this weekend. Mutants and Masterminds. We played Mutants and Masterminds this weekend. We introduced two new characters. Yeah.
Nice.
I love them. We spent maybe 2 solid hours of introductory RP. Like, I think the GM at one point just like crossed his arms and leaned back, and we just went to town. And it was like, oh my gosh, it's been 2 hours. Like, should we do something other than? But it was fun. There was no lulls. It was fun. It's a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love Mutants and Masterminds. I think it is. Was it Connell running?
No. Actually, it was our other DM, Scott. He's playing. This is cool though. He's playing in Connell's Mutants and Masterminds universe. So. It's really cool. It's very Marvel-esque, where you get the other director doing another movie, but for the Marvel universe. It's cool.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well,
what are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
I did. It's an emotional one, but we started the first part of our finale yesterday.
Did you make them cry?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's one person who will openly admit to it. The others won't. But yeah, the person who that was in the first 5 minutes.
That's fantastic.
So what I did, how I opened it was there is a character who previously almost died, but I gave him amnesia.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
Like just amnesia. He had to kind of relearn who he was.
Like soap opera level.
Yeah, soap opera level amnesia. So during the course of the adventure, little things have been reminding him or giving him little reminders of, okay, you did this and you did that. So the entire campaign started out in his hometown. And he'd created, and he always gives me shit because he created this backstory where there was no tragedy. So there was no tragedy. He lived in this town. He was an ex-guard. He was now working in his parents' tavern with his mum, with his dad. He was happy. So I had a Tarask attack the city.
Jeez. Oh, happy life? Too bad.
Yeah, so basically that whole thing is taken away from you. So he he left. He had to flee with the party that he just met, and his whole quest has been getting back home.
Okay.
So when he got back home, I revealed that the parents were still alive.
Oh.
And him seeing his mother is what triggered his memory. So I kind of used him as an avatar for a recap. Because it was, oh, you remember the Tarask attacking the city. You remember.
Oh, that's cool.
And just picking out different moments of the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And names they haven't heard in, 3 years now?
Jeez.
And yeah, so I
Wait, back up. The players or the characters?
Players.
Your game's been going for 3 years.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. Well, again, how often do you meet?
We try and meet once a week. Not always possible, but for the most part, it's been once a week.
Wow.
It's gone from level 0 to level 1, to level 20.
Wow. Okay. That's intense.
So
well, congratulations on that in itself. Like, woo.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been good. It's it's my first non-pre-written campaign.
That's cool. That's very cool.
So,
I should have, done the whole Curse of Strahd, something that was already done, and I could just lean into it. But no, I just jumped right into this is my universe, this is my thing. Like, have fun. And I'm kind of regretting
honest,
it, but it's okay.
I don't know. I kind of wish I'd have done it sooner.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I started with pre-written and I went to pre-written, and I struggle with pre-written adventures. I struggle to memorize things that other people have written.
Oh, that's fair.
Whereas with me, if it's something I've done, I need cliff notes. I need reminders. I need little things here. The rest of it is memorized and, improvised.
I get that. But at the same time, I'm shit for memory. I recapped my game from 3 weeks ago, and because mine's gonna be coming up not this coming weekend but the following. And there's 3 super important NPCs, and one NPC you can't forget the name Allmother. That is basic as basic gets, right? The other two, I'm I don't have my notes with me. I was just recapping at work for my players, and I'm going, shit, what were their names? They were big NPCs that I had named frequently throughout the session, and I'm just like, what were their names? I don't know what their names are. So if any of my players are watching, you get an inspiration point if you can get on Discord right now and tell me what their names were. Just FYI. First person, you get inspiration points.
No, I mean, it's I struggle with pre-written stuff. I've never really been 100% comfortable, because I will read it and I will kind of go, right, this needs to happen, that needs to happen. But the moment they go, oh, what about this? It'll be like, fuck. And I'll be getting out a book and kind of leafing through it.
Yeah, I read Ghost of Saltmarsh. Is that the one?
Yeah, that rings a bell.
D&D, Ghost of Saltmarsh. I read that one, and I had every intention of playing it. I was like, I'm gonna play this. We are gonna do this. I didn't. I have always the best intention of playing a pre-written one, and it just doesn't happen.
No, I don't buy into the myth that they're easier. There's a thing published on Paizo the other day, and it's like, why we do IPs is because we do them because they're easy to run. It's like, no, they're fucking not.
No, they're not. Actually, Carl and I were just discussing this today.
Quickly, speaking of Connell, he is in the chat.
Oh.
Hey, Connell. Thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah. I don't know what he's talking about. Kaya?
I assume that was the NPC you couldn't remember.
Oh,
Kaya?
He's right. It's Kataya. No, it is. All right, there you go. You get an inspiration point next game. Yeah, she was awful. But no, she was awful for a reason. Her people got slightly genocide. Her mom got kidnapped. It's a thing, but might leave you a little grumpy. But
yeah, I mean that's fair enough.
Yeah, right. But no, we were just talking about enjoying the game and like finding something pre-written versus you've made the effort going into it. And it's just like, I don't know. I've jumped in head first into my own storyline and world.
Yeah.
And like, I love it. It's going great. But at the same time, there are times where I'm going like, did I do this right? Like, I know there's no wrong or right way to do it, but I'm just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there is a wrong way to do it.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
and
fair.
I think the imposter syndrome will always have you second guessing yourself.
God, yeah.
That will always be a case of, have I done that right? Am I, you know, stop it. Just stop it. You're doing fucking fine.
Literally twice this month, I'm like, I shouldn't run. I should just not run. Like, I should give it up. And I don't know. I'm not gonna. Like, I always say it, but I'm like,
Look, I think you should. I definitely think you should.
Yeah? Well, we'll see.
You know, and I bet I'm not the only one who thinks so.
I mean, we'll see. I have bad imposter syndrome. Like, so bad. But it's fine. It's whatever. So, okay, if you're finishing up this campaign, though, what are you running next? What are your goals? What are your dreams? Ambitions?
I don't know. I'm going to take a break.
Okay.
The Pathfinder of it all has me a bit put out. I'm a bit tired.
Yeah.
I mean, even playing last night, it was a case of I was having fun, I was enjoying it, and then all of a sudden, combat kind of got in the way, and everything just ground to a halt.
Ooh.
And it just, you know, it just kind of reminded me of why I'm kind of stepping away from that system.
Yeah.
You know.
We were just talking about this. I am running D&D 5e-ish because I'm flipping everything, characters, everything over to the level up advanced 5e system.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that'll breathe some life into it. Not that it needs life breathed into it, but it's just there are times when it's like you're playing D&D and because everybody knows everything about D&D, it's kind of like there's no surprise to the story. Like everybody's like, oh, okay, so-and-so was able to do this because they're level this.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. But I want to play a different system. I want to get away from D20. I want to try something new. And it will be. I'm going to start playing around with like the D6 systems and pool systems and stuff like that. And
they're a ton of fun.
Yeah.
They're a ton of fun. Connor put in the chat, no Tales of the Valiant? I don't know. I
play monk.
might with the technique points.
With my technique. Yeah.
I might run Tales of the Valiant out of pure spite.
You should. And also, Connell, I like the car host idea. It's like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Where in the world is Connell? Just pop up somewhere randomly.
Just outside a casino in Vegas or something.
Yeah. Tales of the Valiant, though, that's a D20, right?
That is essentially 5e.
Okay, that's another one of those, like,
Yeah,
okay.
Kind of like level up. I think Tales of the Valiant, I would really need Justin to kind of go through it because I don't know 5e well enough to know how different it is. For me, it looks like 5e.
Yeah, that's fair. That's like level up. I'm like, oh, this is just like 5e, but the more you read it, it's like, oh, hold up. I have a warlock right now that I have to figure out if they're going to be like a Fey warlock or like a Hell warlock. And I'm like, what?
It's going to be a warlock of some description.
Something. It's going to be something. Absolutely. Connell, you should pick it up. Pick it up. Let's play it. There. Gauntlet Throne. Gauntlet Throne. Let's go.
There you go. You play it. I will begrudgingly try a 5e based system.
Yes! But you said it. It is recorded. It is proof.
But at the same time, not Wizards of the Coast because fuck them.
Right. That was my biggest thing switching. Not to get into politics or anything or whatever. But one of my players, actually two of my players, are very, very big D&D fans. Which is fine. Like, totally fine. I grew up on that was my first gaming system. Like, I have a soft spot for D&D. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, I told them this. I was like, I want to switch over to this, which is basically what you're playing, and then some. Yeah. And I said, there's nothing wrong with D&D. I just kind of want to stick it to the man a little.
But I mean, I think that's fair enough.
I don't want to support assholes.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I tried running D&D once. I tried running 5e. Didn't quite enjoy it, but I was very much ingrained in the Pathfinder mentality.
Oh.
So I think a lot of my lack of enjoyment actually came from, oh, this isn't Pathfinder.
Mutants and Masterminds broke me because that was the first system I played after D&D. And it was such a drastic, like, wait, what? Like, I mean, it still used D20, don't get me wrong, but the setup was so different that I was like, then breaking into Shadowrun or, you know, some other systems, I was like, oh, okay, like, I can get on board with this. But I think it's important to, like, palate cleanse almost. You know, like, like D&D, the next thing I want to play or run should be the polar opposite, and then after that, maybe go back to a D20, because it is almost like a... If you look at two different colors and they're too similar, then it's like, wait, was that meant to be different, or was it meant to be just kind of, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I need to step away from the tactical combat.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, not tactical combat in general, but having it so, like, meticulous.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you are in this square, you get flanking, but if you are in this square, you don't get flanking. And it's just... It just slows everything down.
Yeah. I know that it's a game. We're supposed to be having fun, right? But for me, there's just a level of common sense. Again, I was talking about like the reality of a game. But for me, it's you know, I'll have a player be like, wait, does this count for this? And in the book on a grid, probably not. But for me, I'm like, it should make sense. So yeah. Like, I know that's technically breaking the rules, but if I'm the GM, then fuck the rules. Like, I can do what I want. And if it is, like, if it doesn't break the game, like, flank the guy.
I had a thing last night, right?
Okay.
They're in a combat. There is a prismatic wall, high level, deadly spell in the middle of the room. All right. Okay. The creatures, to evade this prismatic wall, were climbing up the wall. They have a climb speed. They were spider-like creatures, so they were able to, and also gargantuan. Yeah. One of the characters is a monk with he's also got a climb speed, etc., etc. Okay. And he took a feat ages ago that he's never been able to use, and went, what I want to do is I want to run up the wall, I want to grapple one of these spiders, and I want to launch it into the prismatic wall below. And I went, all right, give me rolls. He went, roll to grapple, roll. Yeah. And he failed his roll to throw it. And I went, oh, no, you fucking didn't.
So you're hugging a spider, basically, at that point.
But he failed the roll, but I went, no, that's going to be a success. Just because I want it to happen so fucking much.
I guess that's a good question. Like, how many times of fudging something is allowed as a GM? Like, is it frowned upon? Is it like, I don't know. I think it depends on story. I think ultimately story and character. Like, if it fits, it fits. If it doesn't, like, come on, y'all. Like,
I don't fudge at all.
You don't fudge at all?
This wasn't a fudge. This was, oh, by the way, you failed, but I'm still going to allow it.
Okay, no, I get that. Yeah. We almost had a character death. Yeah, not a player death. We almost had a character death last night, and it was one of those situations where I don't know if the mechanics of the encounter weren't situated correctly or not, but like one hit and this player would boom, insta dead, and we're going, oof. What the? I had interposed, so it was okay, but I was just like, what? No, interpose. Like, how? We're not like one-shotting our players. Like, I get coming close to death, but one shot insta dead. I'm like, no, like, no. Which, by the way, anybody who plays Mutant Masterminds, get interpose. Just without reason, get interpose. Unless you're squishy, don't do it.
My heroic character has interpose, which he will use to protect his companion.
Right.
Because he is a hero through and through. He is a hero through and through. Okay, so Connell in the chat has put, he wants to pick up Tales of the Valiant and wants to grab the D20 RPGs and collect the 5e clones. That's a big collection, Connell.
Yeah. I mean, I'm for it because I'll probably end up stealing that collection, but I'm for it.
That's a lot of 5e clones.
There is, because like actually there's a game that I'm going to be talking about later, maybe if we get to it, because woo. But it's got its own system, a D6 system. It's a pool system, which I want to play. And it has a 5e system. I got both. It has like a 5e adaptation. And I love the idea of running a game in a world where it's 5e. But then also, I love the idea of dual systems where you can pick and choose which one it goes with. I love that. So
I'm a bit more cynical. I think these companies only do it to reach a wider audience.
Oh, absolutely. No, because
I've been reading the One
everybody
Ring.
knows. Oh yeah.
I've been reading the One Ring, and I'm really liking the system.
Yeah.
And at the same time, they've got a 5e version, and all I can think in the back of my mind is, God, that must be shit.
I mean,
just comparatively, even just having a look at the One Ring and the way they handle certain things. Still learning. I've still got a lot to kind of learn, but from everything I've seen so far, it's really interesting.
God, I want to get that so bad. Like, I'll never be able to run it because, like, I don't think I have enough Tolkien fans in my, like, database. Let's just put it that way. But, like, it looks good.
Here's the thing. I'm not a Tolkien fan.
I know. It was so weird. You're like, Lord of the Rings, whatever. And then you're like, hey, I picked up the One Ring. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the books.
That's fair.
Movies overrated.
No, we're not. Here's the thing. I can't even go. I can't have this discussion with you.
I'm sorry, I don't have Justin here. So now I've got to target my.
I'll target you back. I will target you back.
Bring it. Fucking bring it. So Connell has also put, John, I'm strongly debating jumping to the old D6 system. Everyone does a OSR retro clone, but no one goes to the old D6.
Shit.
He's got a point.
Let's
Connell, whatever you want to run, count me in.
I feel like we have made it very clear. There are certain GMs that it's like, yeah, I will play in whatever you want to run, and he is one of them. Like, let's go,
definitely.
Let's play. Like,
he is a fantastic GM, and
yeah,
I can't wait to start releasing the inmates, just so people can see.
I can't wait to start playing it. We need to get that scheduled.
Yes, we need to schedule.
Justin,
to schedule more
get your
sessions.
schedule more concrete. Let's go.
Justin, tell work to fuck off. You got games to play, man.
Yeah, have a sick day or something. Like, come on.
Yes.
Right?
Sicky. We're not releasing on the day, so they can't catch him that way.
See? Problem solved.
No,
I'm actually taking a week-long staycation in June. And it was so funny because my manager's like, well, what are you going to do while you're off? I'm like, probably play games. She's like, well, what kind of games? I'm like, all of them.
Just every single fucking game.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got critless games ready and scheduled.
Yeah.
Which you are more than welcome to join.
I'll have to take a look at the list.
Yes. Currently 3, plus there is one that you're in already.
Oh.
The Fabula Ultima run by Couch.
Yeah. That's going to be good.
That's a fun system.
I'm so bamboozled and confused because, so for the people watching, actually, no, you explain this, John. Explain that system to people watching.
Okay, so Fabula Ultima is a reproduction of your traditional JRPGs in tabletop format. And it is very much Final Fantasy. Mm-hmm. Like the whole style of the game, the way combat works.
Yeah.
It's very much Final Fantasy.
So I had seen a couple of like you guys playing it and talking about it, and I'm like, okay, like I get this. But I never like mentally made that click, right? So in my brain it was just like, okay, it's like it's this genre, but I did not go into like the JRPG. Just did not, my brain did not go there. So when Couch starts asking me, he's like, hey, what's your favorite anime? And like, what's other? I'm just there going, what kind of question is that? Like, I am so confused. I was like, and then I was like, that's like a super personal question where I'm from because like you don't admit you watch anime. Like, it's not mainstream here yet. So it's just kind of like, I mean, there's some people where it's like people are wearing shirts now and it's fine. But it's just one of those things where like to actually have an in-depth conversation, it's kind of like, nah, that's fine.
Yeah, Couch is our anime guy. Like,
Yeah.
I do not even
love it.
attempt to
I'm excited.
to know even a fraction of what Couch knows. And even at the game, even at Fabula Ultima, he'll do something and some of the other players will go, oh, that sounds like this. And they'll mention some obscure fucking anime. And I'll be like...
And in Japanese too, right? Like,
yeah, Shingo knows something. And I'd be like, what? Dude,
I was talking to somebody...
I've got Crunchyroll like the next guy, but...
Yeah!
It's Dragon Ball for me.
That's like My Hero Academia. I'm like, oh, I love this character. I love it. And they're like, oh, you mean da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, no, I mean All Might. Like, what? Why are we calling... Like...
Yeah.
I'm a basic,
yeah.
though.
I mean, I've tried to start watching Attack on Titan. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there are 2 reactions to Attack on Titan.
Yes, there are.
There's that reaction.
Yeah.
Or there is the overrated.
Yes.
Where
are you at so far?
I mean,
like, what boat are you in?
And I'm enjoying it, but the main character, I want them to die.
Yes. Oh yeah. No, that's part of the appeal for me, to be honest.
It's just and I'm sorry, but there is such a thing as being too fucking heavy on exposition.
Yeah. No, I agree. I like that series. No, I'm with you there. Are you still in season 1?
Yeah, and I don't need the same thing explained to me 5 different times by 5 different characters.
Yeah, it's like they try to drive it home a couple of different, like, well, this was their point of view what happened. I don't care. They were all in the same city. We get it. Like, it's fine.
Just
but
keep it
it's good.
Simple.
I can't get over it, though. Like, this, for me, a good story will overwrite anything. I just watched a movie over the weekend. It's a brand new horror movie. It was hyped to be one thing, and I watched it, I'm like, that is not what I was expecting. Like, that was almost kid-friendly. Almost.
Oh, really?
Almost. Like...
You don't want that in your horror.
You don't, but the thing is, like, the story was so good, I almost gave it a pass. Because I was like, like, if people are like, well, did you like it? I don't know how to answer that, because, like, it was entertaining. I'd watch it again, but, like, was it the, oh my gosh, like, no. Not even slightly.
Yeah.
So, no.
I don't think I've watched anything notable as of recent.
I want to play a horror game. Even if it's just one shot.
Oh, welcome to my world.
I know. I'm just dropping that in there. Like, I want to play a one-shot horror game. I know it's not everybody's ball of fun, cup of tea, whatever. It's not
cup of tea, ball of fun. It is not everybody's ball of fun. That is a new saying which I will embrace.
I don't know where my brain was going with that. My brain is like short firing today. But yeah.
I'll give you some horror.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Speaking of, we've got one of the crit list games, which is horror. So.
Oh, yeah.
Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be good. I know a lot of people don't like it because it's not... I know why a lot of people don't like it, but I have not actually seen it played. And I've never actually met someone who has played it, like, in an enjoyable way. So I'm super excited to see how that goes. Like, yeah.
So Connell is saying, first of all, hey, you could run a horror one-shot.
Yes, please.
And
no, because he's going to kill off the animals.
He also says that Green Ronin has a game called Blue Rose that looks like a JRPG to him in the art and descriptions, but they don't say it's meant to be anime. So
I wonder how many times people do that, where they're like, oh, it's not this, but you're like, was it?
Kind of is. Yeah, it's not, but it is.
It's the same, but different.
Yeah, we've already used that title. Can't use it again.
I know. No, let's do a horror one shot. Connell's gonna run it. Connell, what would you run a horror? What would you run as a horror one shot, John?
If it's for new players, I'd run Delta Green. I would run Delta Green.
Okay.
I will happily run Delta Green for you and Connell and whoever else.
Yes, I'll grab the party. I'll have people show up. I'll surprise you.
That sounds like an idea. That sounds like all right.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a note of that.
Make a note of that because I can have a lot of fun with that. Yeah. Absolutely throw you through the ringer.
So while we're speaking of systems, you posted something on Threads the other day. And it, I thought we'd discuss it because you posted something about having so many systems to choose from and not really that much time to play them.
Yeah.
How do you handle system overload?
Oof, not well. To be honest, that's what I've been struggling with right now really bad. So like I said, I was D&D 5e, and then I'm like, okay, I want to try this level up. So I'm doing, because that was an easy switch, because I could implement it to my current game. But then I found another system, and then I found another system, and like I just bought a bundle, right, of wow, and I'm like, and the problem I'm running into is that I get excited for down the road, and I have to fight to keep that from tainting the now, and I do. I get overloaded with like all these systems that are out there and that I want to experience and I want to play. And like the easiest answer would be, oh, well, the way I manage it is I play in all these other games. So like I interact with all these other games, which would probably be the smart thing to do, to be honest, is to not always run one and play in them. But for me, I think the best way for me personally to handle it is I have to like, yes, I will have ideas for this and I'll write them down, but I will try and find what excites me about that system, what I'm looking forward to in it, and try to figure out how to plug that into my current game. Because I do not want to burn out my current game because I'm so excited for the next system. So, for example, there's a system I'm really excited to talk about and I'm really excited to play. Bad, like really bad. I would drop my current game for this system. I'm not going to, but I'm actually trying to figure out, okay, how do I take some of that magic of this, not literal magic, but like the feeling of like, oh, fun, like from that system to my current game, and how do I revitalize that and kind of bring it forward. So that's what I've been trying to focus on. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'm trying because it is kind of like there's so much out there. I could be playing games till I die. Like,
yeah, that's it. I mean,
not to get morbid on anybody, but like,
no, but it is true. It is true. And obviously being part of the TTRPG community, there are even more, you're exposed to a lot of like the smaller publishers of kind of going, oh, try this and try that. And, that for me, this podcast has kind of opened that up to me because I wouldn't have found them without it. But yeah, I get the idea. I get the point of playing a system and not wanting to deviate until, but at the same time, man, there are some fun systems out there.
Oh my gosh.
So,
well, I think that's also like having a realistic timeline helps. Like I have an end to my campaign. I think that they're going to reach, like here they are now. I think they're going to get here with it. They might end up getting there here. Like it may be one of those things where it's cut shorter or longer, or I don't know. But I can kind of help navigate that. But that's how do you avoid system burnout? Like, what do you do other than is it the show, like playing all of them? And
I mean, that was the idea for the crit list. Because Justin and I we'd talk on the show and we kind of go, oh, there's this system. Oh, Fallout from Modiphius, for example.
Yeah.
Our thing was, oh, we'll add it to the list. And it was, we will add it to the list of things to play. And you can see our Trello. You can see what the size of that fucking list is now.
Right?
So it got to a point of going, we need to do something. We need to find a way to play this. And I was Pathfinder Venture Agent at the time. I was running 2 campaigns, obviously working on the podcast. And, that's only in my free time without taking into consideration kids and a full-time job.
Oh, God, yeah.
So it was, I don't have time. So that was the idea behind, what if I did a show where we invite GMs on who either advocate for or have created a system that want to introduce us to it.
Yeah. And so far it's been brilliant. Like,
I've had so much fun.
Yeah, I was going to say, nothing bad has come out of it. Like, that's such a good way to hammer out those, like, I don't want to say zoomies, but kind of system zoomies. It's like...
it is. It does satisfy that urge of kind of going, all right, I want to try this. I mean, I would never have tried, I don't know, Bind, for example. Because when we met Marlon, he came on the show, great guy. We got to chatting. There's like, okay, yeah, let's play Bind. But it was finding the time. It wasn't until I had a reason. It wasn't until I had a way I could work it around editing the show and kind of go, right, this is how we're going to do it. For you, you can use it as a platform to promote your game.
Right.
For us, we can learn and play a new game.
That's
and
smart.
It was fucking phenomenal fun.
Yeah, and it has been fun. And I don't even, like... Connell, sorry, my eyeballs chat. Connell just volunteered to run a horror one-shot in Inmates. I'm down for it. I'm in. Yeah, absolutely. Like, that kind of actually... But that's what I'm talking about. Like, something I want to play. How do I implement it into what I'm already doing? Yeah. Like, a system, what makes that system appealing? How do I implement it? Like, that's actually not what he meant by that, but that's how, like, that's a perfect example of how I feel. It's kind of like, okay, like, yeah, Connell, we're doing that. Let's do a horror episode.
Yeah, I mean, Connell, I'm just going to say that in terms of that game, you've got the wheel.
Yeah, do what you want.
Do what you want.
I do what I want.
I'm there for it. Yeah. I am there for it.
But yeah, system burnout is real. I am thinking about doing something that I might regret doing. I'm gonna have an open call basically on my Discord where people can sign up. I'll have like a time, like, this is not what's happening. I'm using it as an example, so nobody can later be like, well, you said Wednesdays. It's not Wednesdays, but like Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Every other Wednesday at 2 p.m. I've got this game at this time. 5 people sign up, that's full. You know what I mean? Where I just do these mini games of, they're not one shots, but they're not a full campaign. It's like, okay, for this season, these 3 months, I'm going to do these games here. Yeah. And I think that'll help me also get a little bit of the zoomies out, because then it's not a full campaign, but it's, okay, I've got this little thing I can run for people. I've got this little thing I can run for people, and it'll, flesh out.
I think it's interesting. And, you know, I think you've got a lot of avid gamers on that Discord.
Yeah. And like, there's so many people that I have not seen. It's so funny. Like, DM's Guide. I want to see him play. Like, I've heard him talk about playing. I've heard about his game. Yeah. He's got these great maps, and I'm like, yeah, I want to see it. Like, let's go. Like,
yeah, I mean, the amount of people on like threads and on your Discord and on the TTRPG
amazing gamers
Discord, the amount of people that's like, I want to game with you.
Yeah,
I want to play with you.
I think a little kid again in the kid, like the play guy's like, can I play with you? Can we be friends?
Yeah, I'm like that I'm like that hyperactive kid in the playground that I'm running up to people going, want to play? And then I'll run off, and then I'll go to somebody else and do exactly the same thing.
I'm going to expose myself a little bit here, and this is probably going to give everybody a little bit too much insight on Atlas, but when I was little, we're talking like 4, maybe 5 years old, I lived in California. My mom left me in a playground because she had to go inside for something. And it was like a fenced-in. She didn't just like abandon me in a playground. It was a fenced-in playground that belonged to this building she went into. And when she came out, and I vaguely remember this. I don't think it was as bad as she says it is. But she said when she came out, all the kids were like, looked really bored and angry, and they weren't moving. And I was going around the playground, like, telling people what they could say and do. Basically GMing a LARP session. She's like, honey, you can't do that. And I'm like, well, no, she's going to go over there. And she's going to say this to that person. They're going to get angry, and then they're going to fight. And I'm like, I apparently had control issues as a child.
I appreciate that level of manipulation.
Right? Like, I was just a very, very young baby GM.
I do. I do appreciate that massively.
Dedication to the art.
But yeah, there are so many people in like this community that I'm happy to be a part of.
And that's why I want to do these mini games. I don't want to do one shots. I don't want to do campaign. I just want to do mini games of like, hey, okay, these 5 people signed up first. We're doing that. That way it's not like like, oh, well, I got picked and you didn't. Like, no, it's literally, I will make an announcement when it will be opening. You sign up in time, you get in. You don't, then you get next chance. You get a chance for another game. Like, there'll be other games on different days or times. And, you know, like, I call them closed door sessions where, yes, we are online, but it is,
nice
you know,
name.
Yeah, like
that's
they're
a nice name
because for me, like, if I'm streaming, that's not necessarily like, I mean, we've had this conversation. Like, actual play, I hate that term. Like, when we played Inmates, I forgot we were streaming, like, because it was us as friends. I wanted to play as friends. For me, I like the idea of closed door games when it's not being aired, like recorded, sure, but not being aired. Because for me, I think that makes people a little bit more comfortable just getting into it.
That was my objective with the crit list.
Yeah.
I didn't want a performance.
Right.
I
yeah.
don't want to perform.
And it doesn't give that vibe either. Like, it feels like people are just playing the game, which is very refreshing. It's really nice.
And it may not appeal to everybody. People may need their critical roles and what have you, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, again, just like this podcast, we do it first and foremost for us.
I feel like we're National Geographic, and like some people are like Marvel Studios. Like,
yeah,
we're gonna show you how this is made, and we're gonna have fun doing it, but we're not performing. Like, this is not.
Oh, and don't get me wrong. I'm putting some production value into the back end of.
Oh my gosh, no, people are gonna be so excited. There are so many tricks and whatnot up John's sleeve. I still don't trust you. You are such a fucking like. I'm like, yay! You need some masterminds. And then Liberator walks in there, right? Liberation? Liberty?
Liberator, yeah.
Liberator. Which is such a cool, heroic name, but at the same time, there's something fishy. Like, I don't know. It's suspicious.
I don't know. I think this is getting slanderous now, Atlas.
Okay. Let's handle it in game then. Halo, my character Halo is she's a survivor. She gives zero shits one way or another as long as she gets to survive. But
I don't feel 100% comfortable with these accusations.
I'm just saying, if shit goes down in game, I'm not promising that Halo's gonna be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. No, like.
Well, I mean, I'm happy to have the conversation. We shall see.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Okay, so I just want to take a brief sort of segue here. And I do want to say a quick shout out to our partners this evening. Whoop, whoop. So check out Deals of Opportunity. It is the automatic, simple, and free way to save on tabletop role-playing games. Just add your drive-through RPG and Dungeon Masters Guild wish list and get notified anytime a title on your list goes on sale. You just set it up and save.
I have spent so much money on drive-through RPG this month. Not this month, this week.
It's easily done. It's so easily done. And also 13th Moon Games is a family-run indie game company out of Wyoming, USA that created the tabletop role-playing game Covenant Crucible, a game of modern-day witchcraft. If you can imagine the John Wick movies and the last Witch Hunter movie got together and had a really pretty baby, Covenant Crucible would be it. If you want to learn more, check out their official Discord game. Then find them on Instagram, or you can find them at 13thmoongames.com.
Absolutely. Thank you, partners.
Yeah, thanks for all your support.
Yeah.
Should we go ahead and roll for initiative then?
Yes,
do you think?
We shall roll for initiative. And I'm going to plug absolutely carelessly. I got dice from Cryptic Crits.
I tell you what.
Go get yours.
I'm getting mine.
Yeah.
So
while he's getting his dice, I'm just going to talk about this. I got the Barbara Yaga. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's flippin' adorable. I got the Barbara Yaga dice set. Guys, I love these dice so much. My favorite dice is my Cthulhu, which I showed you last week, right? My Cthulhu
I like your Cthulhu dice.
They're my favorite. I don't even put them with the rest of my dice. It is right there on its little pedestal. And now these Barbara Yaga dice, because they feel so good and they're so pretty. But yeah, I got my D20 ready.
All right, okay. So these are my phylactery dice that I got from Cryptic Crits. Quite literally, while we were on air, I bought these dice.
That's fantastic. I think they're launching more stuff in there. Oh, that's nice. I mean, mine's prettier.
I kind of like mine.
No, mine's better. Mine matches the lighting, okay?
Yours matches the lighting. Mine matches my soul.
Oh, shit. All right. Oh, no! It went down my pants. Hang on. It's all right. All right. I got a 13, I think.
Okay.
I got an 18. Wait. That's an 18.
Ah, Jesus. I haven't rolled yet. I can't do it. I cannot do a trick shot like you, so.
The pants helps.
Once again, I rolled a fucking 7. That seems to be my numbers of like.
What is wrong with that? Like.
I don't know. Let's roll another dice. That was an 8, just for.
So it's you. It's definitely. It's because the dice know that you're hiding something.
That's it. The dice are on
no.
your side.
They are on my side. What are we rolling for? All right. Okay, so I have some things I want to talk about. And I'm actually going to do the one you're not expecting first.
Ooh.
Dinner After Midnight, since we were just talking about horror games. Okay. It's an RPG. It's available. Oh, getting fancy. Just going to read it real quick, the opening thing, because it's fantastic. Dinner After Midnight is a storytelling role-playing game for 2 to 4 players in which, over the course of 2 hours or so, you play as the owners and operators of several food trucks, slinging grub behind one of the city's most popular dive bars. Right away, you've got me, because what the hell?
I mean, can I just point out that you didn't have to add the horror element for me to be invested in that?
Right? Like, I hadn't even gotten to the horror part, and I'm like, yes, I don't know what this is about, but yes, I want to roll a food truck. You get to roll what quality your food is. Like, it is a role-playing game. You roll the dice. It is a game. It's not just storytelling. It's hilarious, but there is a horror aspect of it to it because people are going missing, bodies are piling up, and you have to basically fend off against these things at night. I want to play this.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, even just the foodie in me. The foodie in me is like, food truck? Yes. Like, I should not trust food trucks with my life the amount that I do. Like, oh, a Michelin star restaurant or a food truck? You'll find out unless it's a food truck.
Could not, yeah.
Yeah, but this looks fun. It's only $7 too. It's only $7, and the thing is, I am really enjoying finding these role-playing games that are being marketed as I'll call them short-term. It's like a 2-hour game, 3-hour game. You know, it's not the 4 to 6 hours. You know, the normal tabletop role-playing game. This is like, you know, it's stuff that you could plop down with your friends after a few margaritas and have a really good game.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at where you got like the filling the food court bit, which is down here, as if you guys can see my pointer.
Rolling.
So you roll on three tables, a D6, a D4, and a D20, and I'm tempted to actually roll that now. See what.
Do it. Roll it. I'll roll mine.
All right, okay, let's roll. So what do I need? I need a D4, I need a D6, and I need a D20.
Watch me be like, which one's which?
All right, okay, so, boom. Okay, so, I've got a cheap, what was it, 3 cheap hot dogs, and I have good nights and bad nights.
Oh, man. Hang on, what's the last one? D4? That's the...
Yeah, so you need D6, D4, D20.
Hang on a second, I gotta find my D4. That's the step on it and die dice, right? Okay.
On it and die.
I have classic Vietnamese, and I have good nights and bad nights.
All right, okay. I think, yeah.
All right.
Okay, so our businesses are competing, apparently.
Apparently, yeah.
Apparently.
I'll murder you at night. No, wait.
That's the horror element.
That's gonna be the problem. Is I play this game and we're supposed to be like defending off monsters. I'll be like just shoving my fellow food truck people like to the monsters. Like, here, no,
yeah, I think
I tripped.
That'll be me. That'll be okay. So
see, again, this is why I don't trust your ass as liberator. Like, that'd be me. Okay, like.
They're like, okay, so does that mean like that spot's opened up? That's a prime spot. I want that spot.
But yeah, for $7, how do you not buy this, and how do you not have a good time with your friends? Like,
it does look phenomenal.
Yeah. I will probably end up buying this. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know who I'm gonna play it with because this is not the kind of game I play. Well, I might be able to pull a table together.
Hey, do it in. You could probably do it in one of your closed sessions.
Yeah, we'll do a closed door session. Dinner after midnight. Yeah. That'd be fun. All right, there we go. I'm writing that down. I need a pen. I need a paper.
All right.
Where is my stuff? I'm still living out of boxes.
Okay, so as for me, you knew I was going to talk about it at some point. I've invested money in this, god damn it. Okay, so the Black Flag role-playing reference document is live, as well as the Tales of the Valiant Player's Guide and the Monster Manual, I think they call it.
Okay.
They are live as well.
I mean, I hope they don't call it Monster Bait.
So I got my downloads the other day.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I got them. And I'm still kind of flicking through it. But yeah, it's now a thing.
Oh, okay. It's a thing.
It is now a thing.
It's officially a thing.
It is officially a thing. And I'm, as much as I'm kind of anti-5e...
You know, you've been saying that a lot tonight, besides the fact you've been saying a lot you want to play it. Like, I don't like 5e, but...
But I spent money on this. Yeah, I spent money on this, so...
Fuck.
All right, so the BFRD is completely free. It's open and 5e compatible. And it's designed to provide gamers with a comprehensive reference document that includes everything they need to create characters, write adventures, and publish their own content. A comment from Cobalt Press is that we are thrilled, to finally unveil the BFRD to the gaming community, said Wolfgang Burr, Cobalt Press founder and publisher. We know that gamers have been eagerly awaiting this release, and we are proud to offer them a completely open 5e compatible RPG that will help them enhance their gaming experience and keep 5th edition alive. That's the part of it I don't like.
It's okay for 5th edition to be living, breathing, John. You'll be all right. Like,
let's take it round the back of the barn like an old sheepdog.
We'll feed it. We'll feed it to the things coming after us at the food trucks.
There we go. No, but seriously, you know, I think Cobalt Press, despite my sort of hesitance about their marketing, you know, I think they've played their hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
And if you do pick up one of their supplements, which is the Guide to the Labyrinth, you may see a familiar name in there.
Well, now, okay. That's a nice little slide right on in there.
Yeah, I mean, I have to. There is a certain element of bias in this. This is not unbiased reporting here. This is me.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like people can be biased. Be proud. Yeah. Buy this game. He's in it.
I'm in it. I've got a
How much is it?
paragraph. The actual game, I will have a look. Because I'm not entirely sure if they have actually added it to their store yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
But it got released to backers.
Okay.
So once that happened, I stopped caring. I got my copy.
He's got his copy. It's fine.
Yeah, I got my copy, but yeah. So I think Tales of the Valiant, play the game. Oh yeah, buy now. They are on buy now.
There we go. I had to do that with Stefan one time. I was going through his Kickstarter, and it's like, we launched this, and it's great. I'm like, cool. Where do I buy it? And he's like, oh, there's a link. I'm like, where is the link? Let me throw my money at you.
Okay, so the Player's Guide and Monster Vault, it's called.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
They're each at $59.99 for the hardcover, or $34.99 for the PDF.
That's not bad nowadays, to be honest.
And I got both, I think. I'm due hardcovers. I think I'm due. I don't know if I'm due both or one of the hardcovers. I can't quite remember. I would have to go into my Kickstarter account. And that's not a good thing for me to do.
And then you can show us all of the goodies that you have.
The cypher system.
Oh my God, then we'll spend more money.
I'll spend more money. Of course I will.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Have you got anything else for us?
I do. I might take up the rest of the episode with this, though. So I am
buckled.
Never been this excited for a game before, ever. Like, okay. Gonna back it up a little bit. So there is a company, Two Little Mice. Have you heard of them?
I have not.
Okay, so they have a really interesting system. It's a 6 My brain. D6 system. There you go. Isn't it beautiful? Look at the art. I can't even. Just the art.
Yeah,
So
the
it's a
art
D6
is
system,
fantastic.
and it actually is a pool system, which I've never played.
I can even do this. 1 second.
Oh, he's gonna get fancy.
I'm gonna get super fancy.
Ooh, yes, yes. So they have another game called Outgunned. Okay, it's the same system. It's like D6 pool system. That's not what we're talking about. We are talking about household, and the reason we're talking about household is because it is little people, and I don't mean halflings. I don't mean hobbits. I don't mean think borrowers, fairies, sprites, bogarts. I don't know if you guys call them bogarts. Whatever. I love this
Humphrey
game.
Bogarts.
Yeah. Exactly. I will be running this game, just in case anyone is curious. This is coming up. I will be running it. But each room, the setting is an old abandoned Victorian mansion, right? And the owner of said mansion is been gone for a while. Well, these sprites, these fairies, all these things have come in, and each room is a nation. So you've got the basement, you've got the dining room, you've got the bathroom, and it's so, so good. It's so well thought out. The setting is beautiful. The concept is fantastic. The cool thing about this is you can play their D6, the pool dice set, mechanics, if that's what you want to do, because I actually want to. I want to try their way of playing the game. But we just talked about this. They have a 5e quick start. So if you're like, I love the idea of this game, but I'm so hardcore 5e, get over it, John. You're not old enough to be this stuck in your ways, okay?
I beg to differ.
You can act old and decrepit, that doesn't mean you are.
I've been an old man since I was 20.
Oh, God. But no, it is a fantastic game. There, you can play a gunslinger. Your gun is made out of a key, a hollowed out key. I can't even begin to explain to you how amazing this is. You can be an animal handler, and your animals can be a bumblebee, a mouse. You can get the PDF in English or Italian, but also on DriveThruRPG, you can get the hardcover books. I'm having a hard time figuring out where, because if you go to their actual website, their core book is unavailable at the moment. But if you go on eBay, you can find it. But it's beautiful. The art in itself is the reason that I would buy it, just because it's gorgeous. It's
yeah, I am looking at the art. I mean, just looking at the artwork on these covers here.
And that's not even you know how they'll have these gorgeous covers, but then it's a little character on this page, a little character. No, it's full blown out. This chapter, okay, here's a full blown out picture of what that chapter's about. Here's a full artwork. I'm obsessed. This is my latest obsession. I will be running it as a closed door game. Yeah.
No, it looks phenomenal. Quick shout out to Couch, who's just joined us in the chat. How's it going, buddy?
Phone off the small. Apparently, phone is only used for coloring games. True.
Well,
true.
Yeah,
Once you're
of
a parent,
course.
I have nieces that come up to me. It's like, "Do you have games?" I'm like, "None that are appropriate for your age."
Yeah, I've shown my daughter my iPad with my Apple Pencil.
Oh,
that's it.
That's it.
Every time she's around here, that's what she does. She wants to draw on my iPad.
That's what it's for, right?
So I may be picking her up a little stylus for her tablet.
That's adorable. Wait, she has a tablet? How old is she?
5.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got a tablet. She's not reliant on it. She enjoys it. She watches her weird YouTube videos.
I'm not anti-screen. When I was younger, the thing was TV. You watch too much TV, your brain's gonna run out. My mom was really chill. She was like, "Hey, read a chapter of a book, you get an hour of TV." It was very balanced, And I think the kids should know how to use technology that's coming up.
Yeah, I mean, my kids, they love their screens. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, you give my son a book and he will devour it.
Oh,
he's reading The Hobbit.
Whoa.
And he's 8.
Whoa.
Yeah. I got The Hobbit to read to him, and he turned around
European.
and said, Can I read some? And I went, yeah, of course. And he cracked on. So, and then my daughter, she loves drawing. So she'll be playing with her iPad and just go, I'm bored of this now. I want pen and paper. It's like,
that's fantastic. Bravo. That's amazing. That kind of balance is kind of rare. That's great.
So
That's
yeah,
really
really good.
Yeah.
But back to games.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Game-related materials.
Two little
the next
mice.
thing-
Go get
okay,
it.
you go get two little mice,
I already got it.
and I'm gonna get something else because, as I have claimed many a times on this show, I am a slut for some Humble Bundle.
Oh yeah, I just did this.
Not only that, it is the cypher system, which again I have talked about a lot on the show. Cypher system is fantastic. It is. I saw it as a really different way of looking at playing a game, especially coming from like D&D, Pathfinder, and this, that, and the other way. You've got sort of static bonuses. In Cypher, one of the main sort of mechanics is you don't give yourself bonuses. You put effort into what you do to reduce a DC.
Okay, yeah, I'm here. I haven't played them yet. I want to play them. Well,
so the basic mechanic, every character has 3 pools. They've got mind, body, strength, speed, and mind.
Okay.
All right. Those pools are different. Have different scores in it depending on your class. Obviously, if you're more the fighter type, you'll probably have a higher strength, etc., etc. So what you can do when the GM says, okay, this is going to be a difficulty 5, which means on a D20 you have to roll a 15 or higher. That's it. That is the standard rule. So what you can do is you can spend points out of those pools to reduce that DC from 15 to 12 to 9 to even 0 if necessary, and you don't have to roll anything, but you are expending your resources to do that.
I like games that involve resources. I'm just saying.
It is quite elegant. The only thing I've struggled with, the one of the mechanics it revolves around is ciphers, which are single-use items.
Oh.
A lot of, and you get a lot of, and you as a GM are encouraged to give out as many of these single-use items as possible, and I need to get on board with that.
That's gonna be tough for me though, because like that was my biggest issue when I got my Switch and I got my Zelda game. I'm like, well, this is great, and then like you use a sword a couple times and it breaks, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, like single-use items are not my jam. But I guess if they're used frequently enough, it would get rid of that, like, I don't want to say uniqueness, but there's a lot in here, though. There's a lot in this bundle.
This is a big bundle, and I've you can see it in, because obviously we're going off my screen. It is in pounds, obviously. I do believe on your side of the world it is for about $25.
I think it was only 30 actually, but yeah.
All right, so it's 20 quid here. £20, and for 47 items. I mean, I've already got some of these between like the Kickstarter I did for the Cypher system and things that I've just flat out bought. But even then, it's still a bargain. Because scrolling through it, I've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things that I'm immediately wanting to get. You know, Gods of the Fall is going to be, I think Gods of the Fall is going to be my next actual campaign.
Oh, okay.
Because I've got ideas, they're rattling around, but I just need to materialize them.
Okay.
Rust and Redemption, I already got that in the as a Kickstarter. But Predation, it's all about, if you're an 80s kid and watch Dino Riders,
yeah.
Predation
Not
is your
an 80s kid,
fucking
but I
game.
do know what you're talking about, yeah.
You know, just so many different games, all based on this system. There is one that is not technically Cypher, that is meant to be, and I was looking at this and I didn't buy it, but it's meant to be system agnostic, and it is called The Darkest House.
What is that?
You want horror?
Yeah.
That's horror.
Oh.
Yep. So Yeah, apparently you can. I don't know how it works. I haven't looked at it, but I was kind of eyeing it up a while back, and you can just get it and use your characters from your actual campaign and just put them in this house. What? I don't know. When I buy it, I will be going over it.
Well, I already bought it because I saw that huge thing. I was like, oh, and I may have bought it a couple of times. But I was just like, yes, like this looks really cool. So I will definitely be reading it. That looks creepy as hell. I'm for it.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. Connell is leaving us. He's heading out. He's off to find Justin. All right, Connell, all the best.
Try to find
Go
Justin.
find Secret Agent Steele.
Good luck.
You will not find Justin unless he wants to be found.
Oh my god. I hope he can find him.
All right. Okay, so I do believe that's everything we had to talk about.
Yeah.
That has kind of covered most things, so let me just unhide this. And we are back to normal.
Well, that's debatable.
Yeah, I mean, normal is a strong word, to say the least.
I have a shirt that I love, and I always get the nastiest looks when I wear it. It's completely appropriate, but it says, no, I can't remember what it says. Hang on. Normal is not a display of courage, but the lack therefore of said courage or something like that.
Oh, that's... I don't think that's... You know, if someone takes offense at that...
Yeah, part of me wants to be like, what's your problem with that, homie?
Yeah, no, I don't have a problem with that at all. Okay, so I think it's time for a last call.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah? Okay, so I've got one for you. As a GM, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to appreciate this.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about the player whose every character is some iteration of the chosen one. How many times have you encountered that?
I don't think I can actually say right now on live.
For me, it's many. Like, okay, so, right, my character... they had a dream once, and in this dream, they told them to travel to this place and meet these adventures. I'm going, fuck off. No, it's not happening.
No, there's no chosen ones. There's no, well, nah. Fate is a thing in my games. Fate. But there's no, like, mystical, like, you're the next offspring of the blah, blah, blah. No, like, I remember when I was doing, like, written role-playing, when I was in, like, junior high and high school, there was all these people that were, like, my eyes are 2 different colors, and I have wings and a cat tail, but, like, I'm only half dog and all these things. And I'm like, what the hell? And that's what reminds me of it. It's just like, I'm the chosen. I'm a better than, it's, no. No.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, I love it because it's one of those things where I don't know why, but it kind of gives them a sense of, if I tell the GM I'm the chosen one, that means I'm protected. Like, no. That means I'm going to target you.
Yes. Like, Connell does this all the time where, like, I don't want to be a focus in his games because that usually means pain and suffering. Like, no, I'll be a support character. It's fine. Like, no, it's fine. But no, yeah, I get chosen one requests all the time, and it's not even on purpose, I don't think. So
I don't
it's always
think
the
on
delicate.
purpose.
It's a delicate balance of like.
I think it's a heavy trope. I think it is.
Yeah.
It is a heavy trope especially in the fantasy realm, where people are going, "Oh yeah, there's a chosen one." It's like, no, you're not. You haven't been selected. You haven't had a calling. You know, you are just as susceptible to death as everybody else.
Yeah. Like, we've had deities and gods in our games, and even at that, there's no chosen one. Usually it's an oops. Like,
this is what we should do. The next time, say, oh, yeah, you've been chosen by this god, Dave, who is, and then they get to meet Dave, and Dave's like, who the fuck are you?
I am so for that. That's great.
Like, they meet their god, and their god's like, and you are?
Oh, I'm a chosen one. Dude, I like pass out 10 of those a day. Like,
I was drunk. I was drunk and I thought I was dialing somebody and ended up being you. This is
Right.
awkward.
Oh, that was supposed to be Jamie with a Y, not Naive. Sorry, bro.
Ah, shit. So, and how long have you dedicated? 25 years. Ooh. Well,
Whoops.
then.
Can we like work on the paperwork on that? It's kind of a one-way deal.
Yeah, my bad. And yeah, them's the breaks.
I'm gonna use that.
You should.
I just
You
actually had an
100%
idea.
should.
I'm gonna use that.
All right, so I think we have wronged that right. Or right
Yeah,
that wrong.
right that wrong. Yeah.
There we go. That's
Let's
the
not
one.
wrong that right. No.
We did something.
We did lots of somethings. We were very productive.
We did lots
today.
of something. It's been a quite a packed show.
Yeah, very inspirational show. Ow.
But yeah, so thank you to everybody who's kind of joined us in the chat. It's been great catching up with you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks to our partners, Deals of Opportunity and 13th Moon Games. Thank you to you for joining me this evening. Do you want to tell people where they can find you on the vast wastelands of the internet?
In a little hobbit hole in the middle of nowhere. No, I'm kidding. Like, this is my cave. No, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads at atlas.ursa. Atlas like the Titan, Ursa like the bear. I do have a Discord server, which is open. Anybody can join it. We just chill out. We hang out. We do art. We do games. Yeah, come find me. I'm interactive. I don't bite. It's germs, the thing.
Join that Discord. It is a fun time. The streams are always a good laugh.
Yeah.
As for me, you can find me behind all the social media for the show at Too Legit to Crit on Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky. You can also find me on Threads and Mastodon at Natural Juan. And yeah, other than that, I just want to, remind everybody that we can't do this without you guys.
Yeah.
So if you like what you see and hear, give us a like, subscribe, tell your friends about us, visit our merch store. Helps pay the bills, helps keep the lights on.
John, if they want to ask us a question or address something in episode, where can they contact us?
They can contact us at questions@toolegittocrit.uk or on any of our social media presences.
Okay.
All right. And if you really like Winnie the Pooh, get in touch with Justin.
Yes. All the
And
Winnie the Pooh gifts.
all the Winnie the If you can find a Tales of the Valiant Winnie the Pooh monk,
Send
you
it
win
to
the
us.
internet.
Yeah.
Send it to us, and we will torture Justin for not being here tonight.
Yes.
All right, but most importantly of all, I want to thank everybody who's taken time out of their busy days to listen to two idiots waffle on about tabletop role-playing games. Thank you very much, and good night.